Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order the November 18th Park and Rec Board meeting. Nicole, could you please call the roll?
Yes. Debbie Keith,
Here?
Tammy Lavenda,
Here.
Patty Roberts.
Absent.
Nicole Sussman here. Alternate, Deborah DeCosimo, not here. And interim city manager Kyle Riefler.
Here.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Can I have a motion to approve the September 6, 2022 Park and Rec Board meeting minutes?
I'll make the motion to approve.
May I
the
have a
agenda
second?
minutes.
Yes?
Deb
Second.
Keith, a second. All in favor?
Aye.
So the meeting minutes pass. We have no citizens today, so we'll skip over number 3. I'd like to make a motion to move number 4, the nomination election of a vice chair, to the next Park and Rec Board meeting. May I have a
Sorry,
second?
we missed something.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, the approval of the agenda today.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I have a motion to approve today's agenda?
Yes.
May I have a second?
Aye.
All in favor?
Or second. Aye.
Okay, sorry about that. So today's agenda is approved, the minutes are approved, no citizen comments. And then, so I'll back up and say, I'd like to, oh, no, I'm glad, I'm sorry I missed that. I'd like to make a nomination to move number 4 to the next Park and Rec Board meeting, to elect or nominate and elect a vice chair. And may I have a second?
Aye.
Deb Keith to second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we'll move that to the next meeting. Okay. So, agenda item number 5, review, obviously tomorrow's event, which is why we're here today. So Kyle has so graciously, and the guys set up the room for us. The only thing we need are 2 more tables, the welcome tables, to check.
8 footers?
6 footers.
6 footers, okay.
Yeah, two 6-footers that go right out, one outside each entry door. And then, so today, we'll just basically be putting tablecloths on all the tables and setting up the little stations. We don't have a whole lot. The coolers are here, though. The paddleboard's here. So Nicole and I will set up the foundation table. All the drinks should be cold.
Except for the water.
Except for the water.
I can stick water in this fridge.
Yeah, that'd be good. So everything will be cold tomorrow. So like right when we get here, everything's cold. We can just put it in the coolers and put it on ice.
Oh,
but the coolers will all be here, and we'll have, I think, five coolers. We'll have one for, maybe we need 6 coolers, because we have Bud Light, Stella, and Michelob Ultra, and then we have Coke, Diet Coke, water, and then we wanted a little cooler of clean ice, which that's what, like, so I brought cups and an ice scooper in case someone who wanted a Coke or a Diet Coke and they wanted a cup and they didn't want to drink out of the can. So all of those coolers will be against the wall behind Deb D, who's bartending tomorrow. So like, and then the table will be set up where we'll have a display, 1 can or bottle of each of what we have. We have a bar menu. We'll have a bucket for her to put she can rip them up and put them in the little white bin. And I have tasting notes for the 2 wines that we have. I brought a wine key. I brought a wine bucket. Like, how many times have I been here? I mean, I've been here so many times this week, dropping loads off. So like everything we need just needs to be literally set in place. So it should be like that. Because the only thing that's going to maybe take a minute is the signs that I made for, like, to say this bowl is gluten-free crackers. Like, I made a little sign that says gluten-free, so we'll tape it underneath that bowl. But I brought, like, you know, those acrylicals that I bought, like, in a set of 12. So those are for all the crackers. I brought tongs. I brought scoops, so nobody will be touching the food, you know.
And that's one table, just the like fluffy stuff.
Yeah, the condiments, because it's an 8-foot table, we're going to have the condiments on one end, because it's really just like 3 or 4 bowls of crackers. And then at the other end of the 8-foot table will be the voting section. And we have voting instructions. On every table, there's going to be a printout of the voting instructions. And then on the other end of the condiment table, there'll be the 3 buckets. So say we use red, blue, and yellow. And they'll each get a red, blue, and yellow ticket when they check in. And we'll go through all of this tomorrow, too, because there'll be at least 2 people at the entry door. So, like, say they come in and they didn't buy a ticket. We're not going to have it. We're not going to say $12 at the door. We're going to say 10 now because we don't want to make change.
Well, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
going to be 10, and then so like if they're brand new, they pay you the $10. You check their ID. You give them an ID bracelet. They have to sign a waiver, and then you give them the 3 voting tickets that they need, and then you give them like basically like a spoon and a napkin, which we will have on the entry tables, and then they can. And I'll go through that again because I can tell you're.
Well, I'm just looking at this. You're very organized.
Well, it's a lot, and
It
because
is a
we
lot.
have to have the waivers and the wristbands.
I
and-
had a restaurant.
yeah, so it's.
What about if we put if we had a cup and we put like the spoon and the napkin and then we put the 3 tickets on the bottom of the cup and then they just
Take the cup.
yeah.
Do we have cups for that?
If not, I think I might have some red cups. If
Oh,
not,
yeah.
I'll get them.
Well,
We could probably find enough. I mean, it's not that many cups. Yeah, cups.
But it would just be like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
they get the
cup would
wristband.
be wasted then though, because you're not going to be able to use it.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, what I was thinking is, like, to maybe have just a piece of paper printed out, and I thought about this, but I never said anything, that says, you know, chili cook-off with the tasting notes, and then staple the 3 tickets to the top, which might take us a hot minute, but then, like, if they, chili, and just say chili, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then if they want to make notes as they're tasting them, and then they know that the red ticket is this category, the green is this
We'll have to
ticket.
have pens for everybody then.
Yeah, there's going to be pens on every table, and there's going to be pens on the voting table. So, like in a cup, and then the instructions will be taped, and then a cup with pens on each table. I think is what we talked about. But that if they bought their ticket in advance, then they should be able to go, hey, here are my tickets, I already paid, and then you still have to ID them, give them a wristband, sign the waiver, they get the cup. So the only difference is they're not handing you the money, and you're not giving them the drink tickets.
And they can only pay in cash.
Yes,
Right.
yes, because we have no way to take the credit card.
And what happens if
Please
someone
bring
comes in and
cash.
doesn't have cash?
Hopefully they can go get some or borrow some.
Yeah, like if Anthony wanted something and he Venmo'd me and I had cash. And then I have 200, well, this is for the foundation. Kyle has cash, like a drawer for Park and Rec. I have a bank for the foundation. So that'll be separate or whatever.
Well, I have cash at home, so I can always like put in my purse and if someone wants to Venmo me or something. Because I think I don't know what you have me assigned at, but I can always help at the front too.
Yeah, that would be
'Cause
great.
I don't need to do the foundation, and my mom knows she has to serve 2 chilies, so.
Oh.
Well, I didn't really have any, like, I just was kind of thinking, like, Deb's like, I'd like to be the bartender. So I said, okay, perfect. And then, like, Deb, the smell of chili is kind of making her a little nauseous. So, like, if people
I'm still
want
not
to,
better.
if people want to come out and buy more drink tickets, they come
Turn in
out
the
and
corner.
she's going to be out in the entryway. Like, you don't have to stay out there the whole time, but you just kind of have to man the table.
Right.
Because like that, they don't pay cash at the bar ever. If they want to get another glass of wine or another Coke or another beer, they have to
smart.
come back to you and buy more tickets. And the tickets are $5 a piece. They don't have to buy 2 for $10. They can buy 1 drink ticket at a time for $5. So it's the same thing.
So a Coke is $5.
Uh-huh. Everything's the same price.
You're supporting the foundation.
I'm not-
I'm not the foundation. the
I'm not
parent.
making comment. I was
I
a
know.
question.
No, it's good.
Yes.
Maybe we'll
So-
make some money.
It's for the alcohol and everything else. I mean, it's just all, we could charge $10 for the alcohol drinks and charge $2.50 for the Cokes if you'd like, but we just thought it'd be easier if you just, it's $5 across the board.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
And I would think most people aren't going to have more than 2 anyway.
Yeah, but if someone like wants a third, they can have one. We're not gonna like monitor, especially, you know, it's, I think people will be responsible, so. But we can get into all of that, because I don't want to repeat all of this when Deb gets here, which I'm gonna have to repeat all of that again anyway, but just like the gist of it. But to answer your question, like, we're just gonna divide and conquer, because I wanna make sure that everybody knows every job, because everyone's gonna have to give everybody a break, so everybody can eat, except for you. Bring your sandwich.
I'm not bringing
Bring your,
power bar.
yeah. So you don't have to eat, or you can have saltines. So does anybody have any questions on that for right now until later? Because once we get all the boxes out and drag them in the room, it'll make more sense. Okay, so the holiday social and tree lighting, the only change on that, it is still December 5th. It's only from 5 to 6. The setup will be exactly the same as last year, except for we're gonna have 2 tables of food. And it's because we're actually gonna have real food this year, because a lot of people come right from work to the event, and so they don't have to scrounge or starve or eat a cookie for dinner. We're going to get sliders ordered from Beller Market, and then we're gonna go to Costco like the Friday before and get some fruit and veggie trays and some cheese and some hummus.
They
and-
do a good job.
Yeah, and then we'll get like a sweet tray there, and we'll get like maybe a bag salad, just if someone wants like a sandwich and a salad as opposed to, you know, chips or whatever. So we're gonna have real food and a sweet table. And then I don't know if we want to deal with the hot chocolate again this year, or if we just want to do water. What do you guys think?
I would say just water.
Yeah.
I'm impartial.
I'm impartial too. Like
Did we have a lot of hot chocolate last year? I don't even know.
You know what? Nora made it, and I didn't clean it up, so I don't know how much we had left over. I'm just thinking everyone will drink water, and I know not everyone drink hot chocolate.
I'm thinking a lot of people won't eat food either, but you know, that'll be a good lesson. You'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Because they won't be expecting it. They might have eaten before they come.
Mm.
It's just 5 to 6. It's not like it's like they're thinking they're going to be here for a long time.
Well, they're just heavy apps. It's not like we're, you know, getting
Right.
a cutting board and slicing.
Yeah, I think the water goes better with the food, and because last year we just had desserts and then we had the hot chocolate, so.
So water's good. It's easier too, because the hot chocolate and the dispenser and all of that.
Oh,
are
all
good.
of it.
And it all depends on the weather. Like if it's,
80 degrees out.
Everything.
yeah.
And then 4 o'clock is set up on
Yeah.
that one? Okay.
Although we got here at 4 o'clock last year and we had like.
What are we selling that one?
Hmm?
Are we selling anything?
Yeah, we're selling everything.
The Lulu
That's you.
dupes.
What are we
So
selling?
it'll be the same setup as last year. So we'll have one merchandise table, and then the only thing is we're adding a food table, because we'll do like water and sweets and the plates and stuff on one, and then we'll do the food on the other. And we're not going to go overboard at Costco. We really aren't, and we're not going to go overboard on the desserts either.
How many people did we have last year?
I would say 75.
Pretty good.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
We get more.
So otherwise, everything else is the same. And then she's going to post about what is being sold, and I think that'll get people here too.
Mhm.
So we'll see how that goes.
Did we get the stuff? I know we got the towels, but did we get the bags yet or no?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Kyle thought like maybe the logo was a little too pinkish, and so she ordered a lighter peachy looking one, and it should be in, but if it doesn't get in time, she's going to make them the same color as the towels, and then we'll move forward with it being
That's fine.
peach, because even that one doesn't look peach, that one looks tan.
They come out
Yeah.
beige.
differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the last one he had on was gray, so it's not like they're all the same anyway. So if they may be pink, she said I should have it any day, but if I'm not getting it in time, I'll make them.
Did you see the bag? It's really cool.
I
It's
don't
like
think
a
she
little
did.
fanny pack, like black, and it has the logo on the front because, like, you know, people walk the bridge
yeah.
and like jog. So just like kind of cute. And then at an event, like instead of like carrying around the like bag, you can just put all the money in there and stuff. So it'll be cool. Something different.
Yeah, it'd be good. And then we will post and put on the sign the toy drive. And what was the dates of that again? I think it was just the 1st through the 9th.
Did
Memory
we write that
serves.
on the last one?
Is that for Toys for Tots again?
Yeah, we'll just find a drop off for Toys for Tots. Yeah.
I don't see it on here.
Does anybody have a preference or suggestion for the dates?
No, that's.
The 1st through the 9th? I think a smaller window is probably better. What day of the weeks are those?
And they're unwrapped gifts, right?
Unwrapped gifts, yeah. Yeah, the 9th is a Friday, and it's on Monday. So if they can't come on Monday, it's so a Thursday through a Friday, the 1st through the 9th.
Yeah, because if we post, then by like the 5th is the event, so hopefully they'll bring it with them. And then if they forget, they have 4 days to get it here.
Yeah, so that's good. And then as far as the update on the Health and Wellness Fair, we're pretty good. We're sitting at like 20 participants, like health and wellness participants right now. We probably have at least 5 pending. So like we have 2 months to, you know, double back with them, but otherwise we're in pretty good shape with that. So we have a couple new people that weren't here last year, and then quite a few are returning. So it'll be good. And now they kind of know what to expect, and
Right, that's better.
yeah.
We get Beller coffee again?
Working on it. I haven't been there in a dog's age, so I need to go back there and show my face.
Traumatized from the parking lot?
No, I just gave up coffee, but
Oh, really?
mm,
Good for you.
but yeah.
I'm supposed to. That's one of the reasons my stomach is bad right now. I had
Mm.
coffee.
Mm. Yeah, I tried. Okay.
Anybody have any questions on that? Okay. Like we have 2 events before that, so it's like it has not been at the forefront of my mind, but I will send out a text, an email, a plug when I think
And then
about
how
it.
do they pay? Just cash day of?
Cash day of is fine, or they can Venmo in advance, or they can come in and pay City Hall, however they want to do it. So I'll just, on the tracker that I have, that's all color coded, I have a pay box at this point. So we'll just see. We're charging $25 for the Health and Wellness Fair for the people that are participating, and they're basically to pay for the bags and some food in the room for them. But mostly because it's like people, like last year they had giveaways and people were walking around with stacks of paper and samples, and so it'll be good for like a little bag. So we need to work on the bag, but that won't be a big deal. And then, does anybody have a question about that for now? Okay, but we're in pretty good shape for that. And then, I don't know why that says that. December 5th holiday. Oh, yeah, the next meeting, December 5th holiday social setup. So yeah, 4 o'clock. We got here at 4 o'clock last year, and I remember just standing around for a long time. But do you want to make it later, or just kind of keep it that because of the merchandise
time
and
does
more
it start?
food? 5. Is that fine? 4?
Yeah, or even if anyone needs to come at 4:15, it's fine.
Okay, so we'll just leave that.
Because we'll have like more food and stuff this year to put out and stuff, right?
Okay.
Because last year we only had like 2 trays or whatever we had dessert.
And we're gonna try to get rid of the, not get rid of, but the existing inventory, like the t-shirts and the tanks and the hats. We'll have those out, and then we'll have the new beach towels. We'll have the hand towels that we only have a couple of left, maybe 6 or 8 hand towels left, and then we have whatever towels are left. I want to say we have at least 30, 32. And then we'll have the bags. Deb has bought like quarter bags before
I
we
know,
even
she's
have
like
them.
5. I'm like,
I
do
know.
the whole inventory. I'm just kidding. No, they're cool. I think they're different.
are.
We'll see how they work.
I think if she
Try
posted,
it.
they're gonna fly. And the beach towels are like truly beach towels. They're like 50 by 70 or something. They're big. So anyway, so 4 o'clock for that, unless you need to come at 4:15. And then proposed dates for our January meeting. I'm gonna have Patty send it out to everybody because I'm hoping to have all 5 people at the January meeting before the Health and Wellness Fair. So it'll be early in the month. I have the 9th or 10th down, but it needs to be before the 14th. And then we don't need to do setup the Friday before the Health and Wellness Fair. We didn't last year, right? Because you guys set up the tables and they do their own tables. All we have to do is set up our welcome table, which takes 32 seconds.
Right.
So if we get here half an hour, 45
We did the
minutes.
layout last
As long
year.
as you know where you want your stuff.
What do you mean?
Remember how much we moved that stuff around?
The tables in the
Tables.
room?
Yes.
With
So
the
there was-
numbers.
there was
That's
some
when
time.
George lost his crap. He's like, oh my gosh. We like moved the tables.
Well, why would we do a different league
I-
this
I
year
helped.
than we did it
Yeah,
last year?
over here, over there.
We don't have to
back
change a
there.
thing from what we ended up with last year.
Did you hear that? Is that okay?
If we leave it as we had last year, yeah.
And the people can even take the same exact spots because like whoever needed electricity last year is gonna need electricity this year. The only thing is the only ones I didn't like were those 2 corner diagonals because they didn't seem to get a lot. I would have, in retro,
Yoga and
the telehealth.
telehealth.
I was in the hall with George the whole time. I hardly saw anything in there.
The telehealth though, she had to be there because she had Steven's
Yeah.
3-year-old. So that was kind of her choosing, but like by the kitchen, You know, it didn't really, those two didn't really work out that well. And then we had people that didn't show up last minute. So it's like we should have moved Tara up to that point instead of moving that table out or whatever we did. But I think pretty much people can go exactly where they were last year. And we had
How many repeats do you have versus new?
I would say 75% are repeats.
Okay.
So a lot.
Give me all your repeats and I can stick them at the same tables.
Okay. Oh yeah, because you kept going back in the room and changing the. Did anybody
I didn't
use?
change it.
Did anybody use those? What?
I was watching you guys change things. And I was
No,
like,
no, no. Like I'm talking about the map. You
Yeah,
had, as
yeah,
we
yeah,
changed tables,
yeah.
you had
That
to go
was
back in the back and change the
adjusting,
map.
yeah.
You were adjusting the map.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we'll try not to do some of the adjustments.
We'll be better this year.
So are you saying we need to come in on Friday
I am. You can,
or just
I
Saturday?
think you can pull it off.
We were here at 9 o'clock.
Don't need to come Friday.
We were just here at 9 o'clock on Saturday, and I don't know.
Sure.
We'll see as it gets closer. Like we can decide at the meeting on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever day we have it. We'll see where we are and what we have laid out. But I have a feeling we won't need to.
Okay.
Okay. And then, does anybody else have any other business? Okay. I'd like to make a motion to adjourn today's Park and Rec Board meeting. May I have a second?
Aye.
Deb, second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so adjourn.